You need to train your dog to respect your cat's boundaries. But it does take time for your cat to build up that confidence to understand that they are safe when your dog is around them, because your dog is able to control themselves around your cat. After they are familiar with each other's scent, use something like a gate or some sort of barrier where your dog can't access your cat, but your cat may be able to see your dog. Make sure that your dog is always calm instead of playful or overexcited, even though these are more positive emotions. Your cat doesn't see it that way, especially if they are already nervous or have had bad experiences with dogs in the past. Hey, welcome to my channel. This video is all about having dogs and cats in the same household that get along well with each other. Dogs and cats can be great friends. There's a lot of potential for them to be friends, but it is important to introduce them in a way that encourages or sets up success for them to be friends. If you have already introduced your dog and your cat, they live together, or they had an introduction that wasn't the best, there are still some things that you can do to encourage a relationship to grow between them. Even if they don't become close friends that cuddle each other or play together or sit next to each other, it is important that they tolerate each other, that they feel comfortable and safe around each other, because everyone deserves to feel safe in their own home. Even though for me, I know it's always the dream that your dog and cat will sleep together, groom each other, play together, but that isn't always possible, depending on your animal's background, their individual personalities, and their first introduction with each other. Introducing puppies to cats is often the easiest, or kittens to adult dogs. Introducing grown cats and dogs can be a little bit harder, especially if you don't know their history with each other. But whatever age your dog or your cat is, the thing that stays the most important is their very first introduction or interaction with each other. Don't worry if they have had that first interaction and it was... There's thunder right now. I don't know if you heard that. It's okay, Millie. Hopefully we can continue with this video. First, I'm going to talk about dogs and cats that haven't met before, that this is their very first interaction. When you introduce them, you want to go slow. Go at their own pace, which often is a lot slower than what we would like. And it's usually the cat that is the slower one. So always be checking in with their body language, with what they're comfortable with, and don't push them to spend more time around your dog than they want. Go slow, be patient. That's really important. Let your cat choose how they want to interact with the dog. And make sure that your dog is always calm, quiet. Even if your dog ignores the cat, that's perfect. That's what we want. And let your cat just observe the dog. That's the best scenario if your dog completely ignores the cat and you can let your cat watch from a safe distance. If your dog is fearful, aggressive, cautious, excited, or playful, or if your dog wants to chase your cat will become stressed, will become uncomfortable, even if your dog's intentions are coming from a good place. Dogs that are aggressive or excited, that are playful, are viewed by your cat as a threat to them and to their home, to their territory. Even if your dog is trying to play, or even if your dog is just curious and wants to get up close and interact with your cat, smell your cat, look at your cat, if they're pushy and just getting in your cat's space, your cat won't like that. Your cat wants to be the one that is able to choose how close they get to the dog. If your cat is aggressive, meaning they hiss or they swat, or if they're fearful, if they run and hide, your cat did not have a good experience. Your cat did not have a successful introduction to your dog. And your cat is stressed. This is why it's really important to set up a proper introduction. When you are first introducing your dog and your cat, make sure that you are always supervising the two of them together. Even those first weeks or months, you always want to be supervising. Never let your dog and your cat have free roam or range to interact with each other when you are not there. This may mean that you need to keep them in separate rooms or separate parts of the house, or have your dog in a crate. And when you are there supervising, keep interactions really short, for a small length of time, and then separate the animals. Over time, with every new interaction, you can increase the length of time that your cat and your dog can see each other, can get close, can interact with each other. Again, you're gonna go at your animal's pace, usually your cat's pace. Pay attention to your cat and your dog's body language, and as soon as you feel one is just a little bit uncomfortable, separate them. Always reward your dog's good behaviors with treats when they are calm, when they are quiet, or when they just ignore the cat. Reward that behavior. Use pet gates, barriers, block doors and entrances so that your dog and cat cannot get to each other. And make sure that your cat always has a safe place to escape to where your dog cannot reach them, whether this is a perch up high that your dog can't reach, maybe can't even see, or your cat has a room that they can go into that your dog can't access. It's really important that your cat has a safe place where they feel really comfortable in and where they feel that they can get away from your dog. Places that are high up are really comforting to cats, so a really tall cat tree or a bed on top of the fridge or something like that, your cat will really enjoy. A place where they can kind of watch and observe, but where they feel that no one can reach them, especially your dog. As I mentioned a few times, the introduction should be very slow. It can be helpful for the very first time your dog and your cat don't even see each other. Let them smell each other through a door, or let your cat smell your dog's bed or blanket, something that has their scent, and let your dog smell something of your cat's scent. So the very first thing should be introducing the scents of each other before they actually see each other. Cats do have a very good sense of smell, so it is important to let your cat smell your dog as well, instead of just considering your dog smelling your cat. Introducing scent before a face-to-face meeting can be really helpful in that first meeting, that first introduction. Especially if your cat has been fearful of dogs in the past, or they have had bad experiences with dogs, even if your dog and cat have accidentally seen each other or you've done an introduction and it wasn't successful. Separating them and then slowly, gradually introducing their scents to each other is really helpful. You can do things like swap beddings and blankets, so one day your cat will have this blanket and your dog will have another blanket, and the next day switch those two, and keep repeating that process every day, switching the blankets. After they are familiar with each other's scent, use something like a gate or some sort of barrier where your dog can't access your cat, but your cat may be able to see your dog. Let them see each other through this gate, this baby fence, whatever it is, before they can actually reach each other. Safe observation is really important for cats without actually having direct contact. Make sure that you are always managing your dog's behavior. This may mean you may have to put your dog on a leash so your dog doesn't try to run or lunge or chase your cat. Making sure that your dog understands commands like sit and stay, off, leave it, and then always rewarding your dog when they are doing something that you want them to do, like ignoring your cat. Make sure that you yourself are always calm. Dogs and cats pick up on our energy, on how we are feeling, and when they see that we are calm and confident during these interactions, they are more likely to remain calm. Once your dog and cat are able to interact with each other, see each other, make sure that your cat always has a safe place that's somewhere up high, somewhere that your cat can go to get away from your dog, especially over time when you feel comfortable leaving your dog and cat in the home by themselves without supervision. Your cat should always have a place that they can go to get away from your dog. With all face-to-face interactions, after they have had the scent interaction and the barrier interaction, when you are finally letting them see each other face-to-face, again, you want to be very gradual and keep it really short. Over time, lengthen the time period that they can interact with each other. Always monitor stress and remove or separate the animals when you notice one is stressed, fearful, or agitated. Make sure that your dog is always calm instead of playful or overexcited, even though these are more positive emotions. Your cat doesn't see it that way, especially if they are already nervous or have had bad experiences with dogs in the past. On your part, consistency and patience are really important. Doing short little interactions every single day is a lot more effective than irregular, longer interactions. If you need to, it can be helpful to use things that will calm either your cat or your dog, whether that's smells that are calming, music that is calming. There are a lot of different types of diffusers and products that are calming for both cats and dogs that can be helpful during these interactions. When you are introducing a cat or a dog that have had past experiences that weren't that pleasurable with each other, or cats and dogs that have lived together already and are not getting along, you will need to separate the two animals for a longer period. If your dog is in a habit of barking or lunging or jumping at your cat, you're going to have to break that habit, which takes a lot of patience. If your cat is already fearful or stressed from your dog, you are going to need to give your cat a lot of space and move really slowly so that your cat can build positive associations with your dog. It can be challenging, but it definitely is possible. Your dog and cat may not ever be really close friends. They may not be grooming each other or playing with each other or sleeping together, but they will tolerate each other. They will feel safe and comfortable around each other, be able to be in the same room and both feel comfortable, which is really important. You don't want anyone to be feeling fearful or stressed in their own home. When you have a dog and a cat that don't get along, you need to really enforce boundaries. This is something that you do with your dog. You need to train your dog to respect your cat's boundaries and to respect your cat's areas, the places where your cat sleeps and eats. Your dog needs to understand that those are your cat's, not your dog's. Your cat needs to have places where they feel safe. To reinforce boundaries and to teach your dog boundaries and respect, you will need to set up some physical boundaries, some physical barriers. So again, things like gates to block your dog from accessing certain spaces, closing doors, or putting cat-sized doors indoors so only your cat can access a room instead of your dog when the door is closed. Also, teach your dog that some areas are off limits. Using commands like leave it, off, make sure that your dog really understands and responds and listens to these commands. That may mean training these words, these commands in other areas before you transfer it to your cat. Using visual cues can help your dog understand that some areas are off limits, like rugs. Visual cues like furniture, rugs, something that your dog can visually see that they are not allowed past this point or on this area. Teach them to leave it or off every time they get close to this visual cue, this rug or this piece of furniture, so that they understand that they cannot cross that space into the cat's area. You need to designate areas for your cat, safe zones that your dog can't access. It's important to be really consistent. Everyone in the household needs to enforce these boundaries. If your dog is allowed to access some areas sometimes or cross boundaries sometimes and not other times, they will not understand. It's really confusing for them when sometimes it's off limits and sometimes it's not. So commands like stay or place are really helpful. Having your dog be able to stay in one place on a couch or a bed or a mat when you tell them to, and having a release word like off or come or okay, whatever that release word is when they know that they can leave that bed or that mat, is really helpful. When your cat is nearby and you're teaching them not to get too close to your cat. That way your cat will feel more comfortable around your dog, and over time you won't need to have these boundaries and these commands as often with your dog, but it does take time for your cat to build up that confidence, to understand that they are safe when your dog is around them, because your dog is able to control themselves around your cat. Always reward calm behavior. Reward your cat and your dog. Ignore unwanted behavior or redirect unwanted behavior from your dog and your cat as well. Redirecting attention can be really helpful with your dog. When you notice your dog standing up or moving in the direction of your cat, grab a toy and encourage your dog to play with you and ignore the cat instead of chasing your cat, redirecting their attention away from your cat. Also, manage your own emotions. Your animals, both your dog and your cat, look to you for cues, especially your dog. They look to you for guidance, to know how to respond and to know if situations require them to react. If you feel stressed or unsure or uneasy during these interactions with your dog and your cat, your dog will pick up on that and feel that there's something off with the cat, that when the cat is around, you feel uncomfortable. So they try to take control of the situation and kind of help you minimize these emotions. Even though it actually increases the emotions in you, your dog doesn't understand that. So take a look at how you are feeling when your dog and your cat are close or interacting or near each other, and make sure that you yourself remain calm. And make sure that your body language, your emotions, your thoughts, that they are all communicating to your dog that your cat is safe, your cat is friendly, and that they don't need to run or chase or jump or bark at your cat. What is your body language communicating to your dog? What are your beliefs around the relationship between your dog and your cat? So by using a combination of all of these techniques, and of course for every dog and every cat, things are going to need to be adjusted or changed depending on personalities and histories with each other, depending on your household or your family, your lifestyle. But the main thing is creating a safe and calm environment for both your dog and your cat to respect each other's boundaries. It isn't always possible for dogs and cats to be super good friends, to be cuddly and play with each other, to sleep together and enjoy each other's company, but it is possible for your dog and cat to tolerate each other, to feel safe and confident and comfortable in the same room as each other. It just takes a lot of patience, a lot of dedication on your end, and setting up the environment so that both your dog and your cat succeed. I hope this video was helpful and you have some ideas on how you can improve the relationship between your dog and your cat, or how to properly introduce your dog and your cat for the first time. Please like and subscribe for similar videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm willing to do anything to provide my dogs and cats the best life possible, full of love, joy, harmony. I believe my animals are worth it. I remember wanting to provide the best quality of life and becoming overwhelmed with diets, products, training tips, and everything else, feeling frustrated, helpless, overwhelmed during challenging behaviors, to now living a peaceful, trusting partnership with my dogs and cats. I tried to understand what my animals needed, which was impossible without understanding their emotions and energy. I am now using these tools and practices to transform relationships with dogs and cats into ones that are synergetic, where we work together and listen to each other. I honestly believe that dogs and cats are here to help us be better human beings. Are you ready to take your relationship with your animal to the next level? Form a bond built on mutual love, trust, understanding, and respect. Invest in your pet's peace, happiness, and quality of life. Enroll in Synergy, heartfelt alliances between witches and their familiars. A guide for witchy dog and cat guardians. Merge with your animal's energy and collaborate to manifest your desires while increasing the well-being of both you and your animal. Pets are more than just animals. They are spiritual beings with unique personalities and energies. Do you love your dog and want to live in harmony with your dog while understanding their needs and emotions? Instead of feeling frustrated or overwhelmed by your dog's behavior, improve your relationship with your dog and help them heal from any physical, mental, or emotional issues. I offer a unique combination of positive reinforcement training methods with energy healing techniques, animal communication, and tarot. Receive a personalized action plan created by a certified dog trainer and animal communicator. This package is perfect for anyone who wants to enhance and enchant their life with their dog. Don't miss this opportunity to get this amazing package. Apply now and get ready to create a magical relationship with your dog.